Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode. It's your main man here at Manyange, and you are watching Close Up Talk Show. And today we have such an amazing woman. She is a power woman, full of empowerment. She's a pastor. She's a music minister. She's also a founder of a music academy in South Africa called Ndinka Music Academy, located in Olifantsfontein in Johannesburg, South Africa. Hey, Sisi.
Sisi,
welcome.
Yebo,
Happy to have you here. I'm happy you're here finally.
It's so great. It's so awesome to be here. I'm honored. I'm humbled.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's rare, and I think it's unique. In fact, the right word is it's phenomenal to know that there are women like yourself who just think that you're not created to just depend on other people, but you can actually create empower others, I mean, how many know of women who own a music academy? I mean, I'm just curious to ask you, what is the drive behind that, and how does it feel to own a music academy?
It's an awesome feeling, and the drive is God. We know that we serve a creator, an uncreated creator, God that just created everything out of nothing, out of just speaking it, and everything came to life. So that has been my drive, and I believe there's more women that can do even better, that can open more schools, more academies, more hospitals. We have it in us. We have it in us.
Interesting. I like that. I love that. And tell me something. I understand your school is an NPO. And so what sort of impact have you done in the community? I understand there are people you're helping, and you've been doing a lot of things. Just share a little bit about that.
Okay, the school is mostly, I'm mostly trying to close the gap. I'm actually trying to close the gap between high school and tertiary level, because I've identified that in the communities, there's many youth that cannot be able to go from high school to tertiary or to college because of funds. They have the talent, they want to go study for drama, they want to study for music, but they cannot enter due to the financial constraints because of our backgrounds and because of the community, of our social responsibilities that we have. So that's the gap that I'm closing. That the kids come and they study full-time with us. We are registered with UNISA, so we would source out funds for them to be able to write their grades and acquire something that they can be qualified and compete internationally musically. So that's the gap that I'm closing in our school. It's named Ndinka Music and Arts Academy.
And tell me something, what does Ndinka mean?
Ndinka means to mount. It's the Xhosa word that means to mount. To mount,
Xhosa
it means
word.
because every flying creature before taking off, it mounts. So we are standing to say that we can at least make you to lift up and flip up your wings a bit so that you can be ready to fly off, and there can be no limits.
No limits. I love that. There's actually a song by Israel Houghton that says, "No limits." It just makes me think
boundaries.
about it. But exactly. Oh my word. Let's not sing. Okay. I know when that starts, we won't end. But interestingly, before we go on a break, I'm just being given a heads up with our timer here. But before we go on a break, I just want you to give us one fundamental principle that any worshiper, or particularly pertaining to this episode, female worshipers must do or must observe before they get into the music industry. What is that one thing, or perhaps two, I don't know, the basic fundamentals that they must do or follow before they embark on their music journey?
The first thing I'll say is the love. Is the love. If you are a worshiper, it will obviously be the love for God first, because he says, love the Lord your God with all your heart. And from that, it is the only time we'll be able to love ourselves and have an identity of Christ in us and find the uniqueness of what Christ have instilled in us. So that love will bring us identity. It will make it easy also for us to be able to love and share the music in love, knowing that the world needs it. The world needs to be delivered, to be healed, to be restored through the love of God and the love of our own identity, that we are made in his likeness and in his image. Yeah, so
love, that's very powerful. It covers a multitude of sins. Thank you so much for that. Ladies and gentlemen, we still have our sister right in the studio, so don't go anywhere. Sit back, relax. We'll be back shortly after this break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We still have our CC. I think I'll call it CC. Nontsikelelo. I don't know if I just pronounced it
very well.
I'm an aspiring Zulu guy.
I'm impressed.
Thank you so much. Yeah. You were just explaining to us the basic fundamental, which is love, and I totally resonate with that, because the Bible also says that even if you speak in tongues of fire and everything, but without love, it's all nothing. Yeah. So I think it's a very important one. Now tell me something. Let's just talk professionally here. What are the nuggets that a female worshiper needs to know before they recruit band members, or maybe when they want to recruit band members, or perhaps when they want to recruit their backing vocals? In a nutshell, how can you describe the basic nuggets they need to observe, or rather principles?
It's like Olympics, my brother. It's like when you are a runner, when you are a boxer, you need to practice. If you have to run early morning 5 a.m. and at night at 6, that is the same with us as female worshippers out there, or any worshiper. You need to practice, you need to rehearse. Your vocals, they need to be sharpened, and for that to only happen, you need to actually exercise the vocals. You need to understand your vocal range. You need to understand your music, your sound. Which sound are you putting out there for the world? How are you different? You need to research yourself deeper, that, okay, I'm a praiser. I love to dance on stage, so my songs will be like this. I'm a worshiper, so this is the type of songs. You research other worshipers. I want to also encourage the worshippers to also actually research and check other people. There's nothing wrong with that. It's to learn. It's to learn.
There's something you mentioned. There's something you mentioned here, my sister. I love you talking about research. I think I want to just ask you before you move on to something else. There are people that sing music not because it's the music that they are good at, but because maybe their pastor loves that kind of music, and because of the surrounding. Like I've witnessed this. I've witnessed this in most churches. If the pastor is more of a fan of maybe like the Hillsong kind of songs, you find that the whole church kind of gravitates into the Hillsong kind of songs. So in that case, how can one then be able to detach themselves from such? And I think it's something. How would you advise people to win that kind of a situation?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying that a person needs to do a proper research of being. Like I can imagine David. David was more of a praiser because he would dance on mountaintop alone. In your own closet, what kind of worship do you do? Do you have a closet? If not, you need to find a closet first and actually research, what do I do in my own closet that pleases God? this is now from you to God. Forget your pastor. You honor him, yes, because he's your leader. Forget the next person. You, your own experiences, your wilderness, everything, your journey. What is it that you do in your own closet? That thing that you do is the one that you need to research more on and bring it out to the world.
Interesting. I like that. Tell me something about, because that kind of touches more on the spiritual aspect. But let's maybe come down to the physical aspect. Suppose you have a female a worshiper. I see this. The community tends to respect a band leader who is a male. If there is a female, it's a different case. That's how the community is. But so how can a female worshiper be able to effectively control the band and the vocals? What do you think they must do so that they can be able to have control of their band?
Knowledge is power, my brother. It's very important for us to be knowledgeable. Your talent, it needs more knowledge. You need to study it. You need to study. You need to go and check. Even if you did not go to school, there's Google. Now we are blessed because there's Google that you can check. Oh, there's a soprano, there's an alto, there's a tenor, there's a mezzo. Because when you are leading this big band, you must be able to know all these parts. You don't want people to come and tell you, I hear you are putting things wrong. Yeah, but even the pianist, you know the keys. Try and find out. Do research. Research is very important. Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power.
Knowledge
I
is
like
power.
that.
So let's not run away from the physical part of it. That we need to be knowledgeable of our skill.
We need to be knowledgeable.
Search deeper and actually study.
I like that. Studying it, it's a very key and profound component that brings about the respect. Because I see a lot of people, they complain, they don't listen to me, and yet it's the knowledge aspect. When you don't know, then you can't tell the pianist that you're playing a wrong key because you don't even know the key you're playing in. Thank you so much for that. Ladies and gentlemen, we still have our sister Nontsikelelo. She's still here, didn't go anywhere. We're coming back on the third and final segment, and she is going to give us a surprise. You know me, I always have a surprise for you guys. So don't go anywhere. Sit back. We'll be back shortly after this break. Welcome back. Okay, I'm not going to call you everyone. I'm going to call you Bazalwane. Welcome.
Bazalwane.
Today I'm in the spirit, the South African spirit. So I'm gonna call you guys. Welcome back, Bazalwane. We still have Usisi Nontsikelelo right in the studio. Yes, my sister. Hey, you were talking about something quite profound, the knowledge. A lot of people take this personal. They think that, no, that brother does not respect me because, I'm older than him and all of that. Or they prefer to respect, especially in praise and worship at church. I've seen it a couple of times. It's like, no, you respect brother so-and-so. It even happened to me. Okay, it's not about me. Let's talk about you. Tell me something about the practicality of being a musician, a female musician. I want to talk about something that I don't want to forget. There is this theory, I think it has once happened. It happens to some people. Some people, they're just accused, but it hasn't really happened to them. People, or most female worshippers, are believed to use more than just their talent to go up ahead in the ladder. To get airplay on radio, to get airplay on One Gospel and all these other Trace Gospel and other big TV stations and all of that, and even get promotions and stuff. What is your advice to that kind of behavior where women have to even go to the extent of selling their bodies for them to excel in the music industry? What is your advice with that?
With that, I will say that I cannot judge the next woman because I am a woman's keeper. I'm my sister's keeper. Especially in things like this, I would say maybe I wish I could know a few so that I can support them and make them realize that it is not only through other people that will make it. If God has to open a way, He does. Nothing can limit what God can do. He is God. So I would really want to support my sisters and say, God says we must be holy because He's holy, and there's no other finer print. He's not saying anything else. We need to keep it pure. We need to maintain our holiness. But then if we have fallen short of it, He's still a graceful God, and I just want to extend my love and say, let's keep up, let's repent, let's go back to Him. He will open doors, He will open ways for us. That's what I would advise.
Interesting.
Yes.
Thank you. And speaking of going up the ladder, I see a lot of people during the elementary stage of their music industry. Most people start by being backing vocals for another musician and eventually evolve into being themselves. But mostly that transition for some people does not really go smooth, eh? But I just wanted to maybe hear, what is your advice to people that are in the backing vocal region who are about to go to being a leading female worshiper? What is it that they must consider first? Because I see some people, they leave early, some they take too long. What should they look at? How do they know that I'm ready and I must now have my own stuff?
I would say enjoy the journey. To the backing vocalist, I would say that enjoy backing others and enjoy supporting a leading vocalist, so that when you are there, you'll also be lifted up by others. And just like the army of Jehoshaphat, I can imagine there were a lot of them, but it's through a collective sound that the other army just died. Yeah, when they won through a collective sound. So be that collective sound and let God open doors for you. God will. And I know that at times you feel like it's taking long, but I can sing better than the others. But me, I'm more skilled, because in most times you would hear that, hey, this backing vocalist is very powerful. How come she's not there yet? How come he's still at the background? Enjoy enjoy supporting others. God is forming something up that is more than your own expectations.
Interesting. Enjoy backing others so that when you're at the top, people will also enjoy backing you. It's the same scripture
you are
that
planting
says
a seed.
you reap what you
planting
sow.
a seed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Tell me something, just in brief, about your background. I understand you come from a musical family. Your dad, your mom, you guys are all musical. Your other three sisters, you guys are all musical, except for your brother. But tell me just in brief, I know they've done a lot, but just in brief, how they have supported you to be where you are.
Yeah, my family has, it's my biggest support, biggest. There are so many times where I felt that I was not good enough, that I was not like the rest. It is only them, as I was talking about the love, that showed me my uniqueness through love. And today I stand in boldness in any podium because of the support they have given me, and they are continuously giving me every day. They will ask me, why are you quiet? You need to be there. You need to go and minister there. It's an amazing support.
Wonderful. Now, thank you so much for that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Usisi Nontsikelelo Hlomela. Hey, I'm done with my Zulu, okay? I'm back to English. She's got a wonderful YouTube platform and other social media platforms. They're right there on your screens right now. When we're done here, listen to me, when we are done, I need you to go there, visit her channel, subscribe, like, check out her video. She's done a whole lot of offerings, songs, and DVDs. She's got a lot of things she's done. Go check it out, guys. But before we go, remember I promised you that we've got a surprise. So my sister,
Yes. See.
Hey, let me stop. I want to. All right, we've got 4 questions right on the screen, and you have to select 2, and you have to pick a number between 1 to 4, either of the numbers. So we have rearranged the questions. Guys, don't tell her. Don't say anything on that comment section. Please don't. No cheating. So you just have to pick a number. Pick 2 numbers, and then we'll read out the questions here.
Okay. I'll go for 2.
2. Okay.
Yeah.
My sister, number 2. Number 2 says, give me all your money in your bank account. I'm kidding with you. Number 2 reads, what was the most embarrassing performance you have ever done, and when was it?
Ooh, it's a real surprise. Most embarrassing performance is when I forgot lyrics in front of a big auditorium. I remember the song. It was what is the song? You see, I even forget the lyrics now.
I think even if you're to sing the same song,
I just don't want to remember. It was the worst. The more I was trying to recover the lyrics, it was the more I just kept on singing the wrong one.
It's like me when I was trying to sing I was in South Africa. I remember, I think it was last year. And they told me to lead the national anthem. So it was a disaster. So I started Nontsikelelo Africa. Then from there now, the Greek started. Come on. All right.
Oh, no.
So it was something else. It was something else. Now, I want you...
the song was great. Great is your mercy towards me.
Oh, Donnie McClurkin. Oh, my word.
I love that song, but someone else must sing it, not me.
I'll sing it for you after the show.
It was
Don't
my
worry.
biggest. I could not sleep.
Listen. All right, let's move on. We need the second question now. The second number.
Okay. Let's go for 3. Let's go for 3.
3, okay. Number 3 reads...
Trinity. Yes.
3 reads, if you were not a pastor or a music minister, what else would you have become? Or what would you have done with your life?
I would have become a poet. I love poetry. I love writing. I love expressing myself. So I will be rhyming. I'll be rhyming.
Okay, before we go, by just looking at me, what can you write about me in 5 words?
What can I write about you? No. I'll have to take time. Look, I'm one of those poets that really, meditate and
Okay, and pray about it.
So I'll send a poem through.
No, that's good. Thank you so much. We appreciate you coming and your time. I know you're a very busy woman. You have a lot you're dealing with, and thank you so much for coming to the show,
My pleasure, brother. Thank you so much for having me. I'm truly humbled. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you. Guys, you heard her. She is a poet and she's going to write a poem about me. So I'm going to show it very soon on the platforms, okay? Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. It's been a wonderful pleasure. You guys, you are the best. If you don't tune in, we will not broadcast. So thank you, a very big thank you from myself, Admire, and the crew behind the scenes and behind those cameras. We say thank you, Siyabonga. Thank you for tuning in, and don't forget to like, share, comment on the platforms that we have, and see you next week, same time, same place. Goodbye for now.